Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 2 of the Relegation Roundup. I am extremely excited to be filming this today. We have created a whole new wheel. It has a lot of the same teams, but I'm going to update this wheel as we get further along the season. It takes me a bit to record and or edit these videos, so I'm going to make sure the wheel is as accurate as possible. And we're making a couple changes to this season that we didn't do last season. Number one is we're going to be using the live start points feature, where we are going to be starting with that team exactly where they are in the league, which is relegation, unfortunately. Number two, I'm not going to go as deep into those youth player signings. Obviously, we're going to sign one or two. We need some wonder kids. We need some growth. We need some experience as well. So I'm going to be signing a little bit more of creative players, players that do exist, players that you guys may know. I personally have a lot of fun trying to hunt for those super high-rated young players, but we're going to do our best to find a balance between the two of those. And number three, I am going to win the Champions League this season. I felt really bad when I finished the last video, and I just don't know why I didn't go all the way for it. But that being said, this season is completely different. We are going for Champions League, different strategy, different team, different players, different goals, hypothetically and figuratively speaking. Therefore, the only thing left to do now is to figure out what team we are starting off in Season 2 of the Relegation Roundup. Let's spin this wheel. Like I said, it's been updated with every team. The only team that I didn't add on here is the team that we just finished. I never figured out how to pronounce their name. I'm going to say Le Havre for right now. We're going to spin this wheel. Let me shuffle it a little bit just to be safe. We're going to spin the wheel. It takes forever to spin. It makes weird noises. I think I muted the desktop audio, so it should be good. But what team are we taking to the Champions League final? How long is it going to take to spin this wheel? Probably longer. Venezia. Venezia is the team we are taking. They are in the Serie A. There's a couple American players on there, at least one, Gianluca Busio. I'm excited for Venezia. That is one less team on the list that we will be using in the future. Venezia is gone. Let's get right into it. Here we go, starting a new manager career here at Venezia, the live start points feature. It's my first time doing this. I'm very excited to see how this works and excited to see how much more difficult this makes this process. Because Venezia, if it'll let me see here, it did not let me see. They're currently, I think, second from the bottom at the moment. We're going to play as their real manager this time around. I don't want to go make a new manager. Eusebio Di Francesco sounds like a great guy. He is going to take this team back to its rightful glory, winning the Champions League. We are in. We are here with Venezia. We are starting out with the live start points, and let's find out where that takes us and what we need to do to get back up to good form. Oh Lord, this is tough. We are currently sitting 20th. Dead last in Serie A. We are 1 point behind Monza, 3 points behind Hellas Verona and Como. This is going to take a lot of work to keep us out of the relegation zone, but I'm up for it. Let's find out if this ends up being a one-season wonder. Heading into January, we currently only have 6 million in the budget, so this is going to be tough. We have taken a brief look around what we have to work with in 20th place with 6 million pounds to our dollars, to our name. I should just switch it to pounds at this point. This is what the team is looking like after I made a couple of changes. Not the worst starting 11 in the world. I definitely want to improve upon this center mid, and both of our strikers are 30 and 34 years old, so would love to get somebody younger in there. Otherwise, there's not much we can do with the team we have. We will definitely be looking to get some loan moves and get some sales here. Defender would be nice as well, and we have a couple players whose contracts are up soon. So we have a lot to do in a very short period of time because it is only December 10th as of right now. But I will see you and update you as we go along. Okay, I wasn't recording because I was simply trying to make it to the January transfer window. It's December 14th as it is. But we had a game against Juventus that we just won. 3-0 against Juventus. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't recording. I almost just skipped the game entirely. I had to stop because we had an offer for a loan. What a game. We will absolutely take that heading into January. Wow. And that should get us hopefully off of the bottom of the table. All right, my scout report just came back, and if you guys watched the last manager career mode, you would know Cesar Huerta is definitely a good choice, but I don't want to make the same signings every season, so we're going to avoid him this time around. Not to say he won't show up in a future build. We have made our first signing here, a free agent, Eric Lira, coming in, a 73 rated, or maybe 74 rated CD, yeah, 73 rated CDM and center mid. He's going to drop into that central center mid spot. Shortly after that, we have a second signing here, a center back to fill up that space. He is 22 years old, 72 overall. Now, I wasn't planning on signing this guy again, Israel Reyes, but for some reason, he accepted a 12,000 week wage offer when he was asking for 28. So we will take it for the cut price deal because we need good deals, especially in season 1. But I will plan to sell him off as soon as possible so we can get some new players in there. Okay, another defensive signing here. They actually wanted a swap deal, which I was a-okay with since we just signed 2 new center backs. So we let 1 center back go to sign a new left back here. 72 overall, same rating as our current left back, but 3 or 4 years younger. So hopefully going to be a solid candidate at that left back role. Here we go, lads. We were able to sign Luis Malagon, the free Mexican goalkeeper. We were able to sign him on a free transfer. Luis Malagon comes in 77 overall into the team. We were able to make one more signing before any other player sales. Rayan Philippe comes in as our new striker, 24 years old, 72 rated. He's going to be fantastic for the club. We were able to transfer out Haps for 1.8 million. However, it looks like we could have gotten a better deal there. Another game before the break. I'm going to record this one because the Juventus one went well, and because I clicked the camera, you know this one will not go well. That being said, the team is looking way better, way more improved. That second striker, Raimondo, up there is currently just on loan with us, so we might as well use him up while we have him. We're going to simulate this game and see what happens. 2-0 win for us. Reyes and Oristanio with the goals. Zampano leaves us for 1.9 million. Looks like we were close to that 2.2 million, but not quite there. We will take what we got, though. We also have Dumbia leaving on loan to Deportivo Alaves. Bjarkson leaving for 1.7 million to Austin FC. Another departure here as Sagrado leaves for Como for 2 years on loan. Another massive match day before heading into January. It is currently December 29th. We are versing Napoli, who are currently first at the top of the table. We have brought ourselves from 20th up to 16th, which is a great way to start out in January. But can we match up to the big dogs of Serie A? Let's see. 6-1. That's exactly how I thought that was going to go. Unfortunate, but we knew that we were the unfortunate result, but we knew that we were the underdogs in that situation. It is currently the 1st of January. We have finally survived with 2 wins under our belts, might I add, as well. We will take that. Maybe 1 win, 1 draw. Either way, we are up out of the relegation zone as of right now. Very close to dropping back in, but this is where the team is looking as of now. Very minimal sales have come through, but we have received our new left back. We have received our new striker. We're going to be running Raimondo next to him for the time being, but if we can find a better deal on a striker, we will pick one up as well. Truthfully, as we sell and move players around, the goal right now is to find some squad depth that can stay with us for the next couple of years as we push up towards mid-table, and then hopefully a couple, maybe 1 or 2 that'll stay with us all the way through to the top of the Champions League. So stick with me. Let's see what I can find in this transfer window. I didn't change too much from the actual team itself. Well, not as much as the last rebuild for sure. Candela is still here. Lucio is still here. Anderson is still here. Orisantio is still here. Raimondo is still here. And a whole bunch of the bench are still here for the time being. Like I said, I'd love to make a couple more sales and buy a couple more prospective players. But for now, this is a great starting point. We have a departure here as Ellerson leaves for 2 years on loan to Club Brugge. Tinato leaves for 600,000 to Kilmarnock. Carlos Rodriguez for free over to Venezia. He is a center attacking mid, and I believe he can play center mid as well. Still debating on where we're going to play him because I really like our center attacking mid at the moment. But Carlos Rodriguez comes in. We have signed 21-year-old Isaac Bergman Johannesson from Dusseldorf for 3.95 million. Decent signing, 21 years old, 72 rated. Hopefully he's going to get some good growth for this team. We have now signed our last, hopefully our final backup central midfielder here. A free agent, Hata, coming in, free agency. He's 71 rated, 22 years old. Hopefully we can get some either good growth out of him or just a solid backup for the future. We have another departure here. Our starting striker is sold for 7.7 million to Villarreal. Our CDM is sold for 1.4 million to Royal Antwerp. Okay, we have gone out and signed a backup striker here, hopefully going to be a prospective first team striker. I'm hoping for another season like Eleni Kenna from the last build. We have now gone out and signed Conrad Harder from Sporting for 5 million on the dot. He is 19 years old, 71 rated, hoping for a beast out of this guy. We've got another important match day here. Halfway through January, we made some very, very important signings. Speaking of which, I'm going to sub one in really fast here. There we go. Team is looking much better, a lot more balanced than it was before. I'm very much liking how this looks and hoping that we can stick through this season. But with a team like Inter, who knows what could happen. 2-2 draw with a brace from our striker, Philippe. That is okay by me. We will take that. That's just more points for us and less points for up top. We have the departure on loan for Costellas. He is a 68 rated 17-year-old striker, hoping he can get some good growth. We have our 67 rated 22-year-old center back leaving on loan to Deportivo Alaves for 2 years. Mikkelsen leaving permanently for $1 million. Said leaving on loan to Feyenoord for 2 years. Okay, we have finished season number 1, or I guess half of season number 1, season half, if you will. And Philippe is our guy. 20 games, 12 goals, and 2 assists in his first ever season in Serie A. Busio up there as well, 6 goals, 4 assists. Harder up there as well, 5 goals, 1 assist. Everybody getting on the score sheet is fantastic. Overall, it looks like they had a pretty successful season, so I guess the only way to really tell is where did we end up? Are we relegated? Are we not? Ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm that we are nowhere near relegated this season. We ended 12th place. We were only a couple points off of 11th. We had a fantastic year. 10 wins, 12 draws. Definitely screwed us. It looks like everybody was drawing like crazy this year. We got to convert some of those into wins. And 16 losses. I don't know how many of those were before we took over and after. However, starting at 20th and moving into 12th is a great 8 rank jump in Serie A. And I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. It looks like Inter Milan won the league here. Inter Milan won the Coppa Italia as well. Real Madrid wins this UEFA Super Cup. Final has not happened yet for the Champions League. Olympiacos wins the Europa League. Final has not happened yet here either. It looks like there was an Italian club in both the Champions League and Europa League, or your Conference League finals. I am excited to announce that we are not relegated in Season 1. That was my biggest concern. This team made really good progress and made a really good impression on what they can do with, limited funds, limited everything, really limited time, limited funds. Let's see what happens in season number 2 here when we take over with a little bit more money in our pocket. All right, season number 2 here. It looks like they have increased our transfer budget by double what it was before. Let's take a look and see if there's any players that we are needing to get rid of and sell. Otherwise, we're going to be on a free agent spree again. Potentially some lower level players that we can bring into this squad. But with everybody being roughly 72 to 77 rated, we're going to kind of need to push up towards the 80s if we want to get any sort of improvements here. We are starting off season 2 strong with a fantastic first signing. It is a free agent. I know how you feel about this. However, 17 years old, 79 rated, Yannick Fuchs, we'll go with that, joining us for free on a free agency deal. Like I said, 17 years old, 79 rated. He beats out all of our current center backs, and if we do need some quick cash, he is a perfect person for that. But for the time being, I hope that he can be a fantastic center back. And we've also signed 74 rated Robert Jankovic, free agent again. Right, first signing of the season is through here, and it is a signing I wasn't expecting to make. I was scrolling through the free transfers, and we found Trent Alexander-Arnold. Free transfer. First day of the season. I haven't even moved past the first day from when we loaded in, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is on the team. 87 rated right back, coming to Venezia. I never said this was a realistic rebuild. I said this was a rebuild, and we will take an 87 Trent. His overall says has gone up to an 89. I'm extremely excited to have him in the squad. We were able to sign Jan Kuto on a free. Amazing free agent options this year. I've got a couple more to sign too, but he's bringing him in. We're probably going to convert him over to a left back since Trent will have that right hand side. But again, fantastic player to bring into this squad. All right, third free agent signing here is going to be 24-year-old Angel Gomez coming over, 80 rated center attacking midfielder. Going to be fantastic playing those balls into our two top strikers right now. I'm hoping to find another striker prospect as well, but I think for right now I'm liking where our strikers are at. All right, another signing here. We are bringing in Lilian Brazier here to Venezia, free agent once again. We're down, I think, to under 4 million in transfer amount, transfer allocated fees, but 78 rated, 25 years old, should be a solid center back for our team. We've also brought in a backup left back here. Like I said, Jan Kuto is going to be converted to a left back, but our backup here, Alfie Dowdy, another free agent. I think everybody's going to be a free agent this year, coming in for free as a 25-year-old 78 rated backup. Hopefully going to be solid for us. Another signing here, we are bringing in a 19-year-old center mid, Bojan Maric. He's 19 years old, 78 rated Croatian center mid. Hopefully this is a regen of either Ivan Rakitic or Modric or someone of that nature. Another free agent coming in here. There was just too many now to pass up. We are bringing Joris Chotard in here. Definitely butchered that name. Right, a goalie is coming into the team. Milan Kadlec coming in. He is 77 rated, 21 years old. Hopefully he's going to be a good either starting or backup keeper for us, depending on how the season goes. Our final signing here is going to be a backup striker, 17-year-old, 72 rated Federico Oliveira is coming. Antonio Candela leaves as our first departure for 4.75 million. Another departure here as Federico Oliveira, our 17-year-old, leaves for 2 years on loan. He's hopefully going to get some great growth over there. 72 rated right now. Hopefully going to get come back even stronger. Yannick Fuchs, our 19-year-old, 79 rated center back, is going on loan to Napoli for 2 years. Anderson sold for 4 million as well. Robert Yankovic, our other 74 rated striker, leaving for 2 years on loan to Spezia. Aronson leaving for 2.55 million. Deidzes leaving for 2.25 million to Anderlecht. Leaving for FC25 for 3.35 million. Oristanio leaving for Hoffenheim for 5.35 million. Lele leaving for Coventry City for 1.85 million. We have Svoboda leaving for 1.6 million to Hull City. Right, and with what I believe to be the final signing of this transfer window, we are going to sign wonder kid Yusuf Mukoko from Dortmund, pairing up with his old teammate Jan Kuto here for roughly, I think it was 19.8 million. Not a bad offer for him. Excited to have him in the club. Zella leaves for Levante for 6.84 million. Novakovic leaves for the Seattle Sounders for just under $1 million. Aviglia sold for 1.4 million. We have a new arrival here, not by transfer, but more of a swap for Carlos Rodriguez, our 28-year-old, 78 rated center attacking mid, is leaving, swapping for a 22-year-old, 75 rated attacking mid. And an extra, I think, 3.5 million. Definitely could have got a little more out of that deal, but I was excited to get the player as well. Okay, and we have our definite final signing of this season. It's going to be a backup center back, hopefully going to be the center back of the future for us. If you don't know who it is, you will now. Pau Cubarsí, the Barcelona wonder kid. He had 11 months remaining on his contract. We signed him for 14.6 million. Fantastic sale here, and I am excited to have him as a backup for now, but a starter in the future. Heading into the start of the season, this is where the team is sitting. This team is fantastic. I cannot believe we are sitting at this point before the season even starts. Our goalkeeper's up to 80 rated after the preseason tournament. We've gotten some upgrades on Harder as well, Lita as well. Everybody's looking fantastic. I am excited to see where this team goes. I'm still starting Philippe for the time being because he's still scoring goals, but as soon as he stops, we have Harder on the bench ready to come in, as well as a couple other players here. Yeah, overall, I'm really happy with what this team looks like. Very off-centered here with Trent just showing up out of nowhere, so maybe that was a rough signing for the realistic part of things. So like I said, I never said this would be a realistic rebuild. I just said it would be a fun one. So let's see how this season goes, and I will see you in January. Alright, it is officially the 1st of January. Looking at the stats here, everyone is doing pretty solid. Mukoko's up to 80 rated, Angel Gomez up to 82, Philippe up to 76, Kuto up to 82, Neville up to 76, Trent has hit 88 rated so far. Mukoko with the top goals for the team, so I'm down for that. Oliveira up to a 73 on loan as well. Yankovic up to a 75 on loan. It seems like everything's going well so far. I don't want to get too excited because I don't know exactly what things are looking like, but I do know that I saw a lot more losses when I was doing that simulation than I was expecting. So let's take a look and see where we are actually at in league standing. These stats are looking good though. We are currently 2 points above the relegation zone. We have lost 9, drawn 5, and won 4. I don't think this is the season we were expecting with players like Trent Alexander-Arnold in the team, with like a semi-80 rated team in Serie A after how we ended last season. This is nowhere near where we should be. I'm going to take a look at the team and figure out what's going on here. I don't know if there's any signings that I can make or if we just need to ride the season out. But we'll take a look and I'll be right back. We did end up with a player departure here. Our goalkeeper, Luis Malagon, he was getting frustrated with the game time and ended up just submitting a transfer request. So he is gone. Good money for the club, and maybe we will be able to make some signings this transfer window. Okay, we did decide to make a signing here in the January transfer window of Daniel Brancanja coming over from Sporting. We're trading Usego and 7.9 million for him. Season 2 is not going as expected whatsoever. We're here Monday, February 2nd, and we started off today with Gianluca Busio, the player that is, I think, one of our only players left from this original Venezia team, wanting to leave the club because he is unhappy. Since we're already out of the transfer window, I don't think he can actually leave until the end of the season, but he wants out. Otherwise, we're seeing great growth, and I need us to step it up in this second half of the season. If you've seen where we're at, we need help. So we're going to simulate this really quick. I'll meet up with you at the end of the season, and hopefully we can get up out of the bottom of the table. Okay, here we are at the end of season number 2. You saw where we were halfway through the season. Let's find out where we ended up. Let's start out by checking out this squad and seeing where our team ended and how they're looking. Coco had a pretty decent year here with 18 goals, 3 assists, 10 clean sheets. Gomez as well, 14 goals, 5 assists. Philippe with 14 goals. Our attack is looking fantastic. Ranka did pretty good for us. Jan Kuto as well, up to an 84. Trent up to an 88. I am okay with that. Lucio wants to leave. Let's see how our loan players did. Yannick Fuchs, I did bring him back in the midway transfer window to see if we can get any upgrade for him. He did not upgrade at all. Alfie Doughty, on the other hand, did. Merrick up to an 81. Yankovic on loan up to a 76. Not bad for him. I think he left as a 74. Oliveira up to a 74. He left as a 72. So good upgrades for them. Razier up to a 80. Not bad for center back. Paco Barsi 77. Lira 77. Harder up to an 80 on loan. That is solid. He left as a 74. Still has another year there as well. So overall, we look like we did okay. I'm not sure how much different this is to where we were halfway through the season, but let's find out. Where did we end this year off? We have found ourselves in 10th place. So, I mean, I'll take it. We were tied with 9th, just lost on goal difference there to Napoli. Napoli down in 9th is crazy in and of itself. We were safe from relegation for sure, but this year was definitely not what we were expecting, especially with the team that we have. So we're going to need this next year to be 10 times better. That being said, I like the way the team's set up. I like the way everyone's looking. I think we might just need to make 1 or 2 changes here in the January window, or in the summer transfer window, and find out where that takes us. Let's look around and see where everything ended up around the world. Inter Milan wins the Coppa Italia. I don't think we lasted very long in this. We lost in the round of 16 to Bergamo Calcio, which is Atalanta. UEFA Super Cup goes to Olympiacos over Real Madrid 3-2 on penalties. Real Madrid do win the Champions League over Tottenham. Tottenham's so close to a trophy, but not quite there. Europa League goes to Milan. They had a fantastic season. I believe they won the Serie A this year. The UEFA Conference League goes to West Ham United. Not the season I was expecting at all, especially with the signings we brought in. Let's take one more look at what this squad looks like. Seriously, with a squad like this, I was not expecting that kind of output. Honestly, I think upgraded goalkeeper would be awesome. Center back would be awesome. And an upgraded striker. We may even just bring Harder back from his loan spell and sell off Castro because he did not perform for us whatsoever. The team is looking good. I'd love to have a couple more backups as well. I think Gianluca Busio is going to be leaving us as soon as the next season starts. Really confused on how the season went the way it did, but let's get into season number 3 and push towards the top of the table. First signing of season number 3 is a squad depth signing here. We're signing 17-year-old, 76 rated Paco Villanueva. hopefully going to be a better backup for us. I might even send him on loan to get him a little growth. But for now, just a decent backup signing. Signed him for roughly 7.3 mil. Our first player departure is here. We are letting Trent Alexander-Arnold go to Leverkusen for 162 million. Not only do I need the money, I also feel like the team was really imbalanced with an 88 rated player and then no one else above 84. So I'm really hoping we can use that money to balance out this team and get us in the right direction moving forward. I know it's a big loss for the team, but that money is going to go to good use. All right, and to pair up with him, we have already made our second defensive signing here. We are going for some higher rated cards, not too high, but that also can see some growth. So we have signed Jared Braithwaite here from that team, 32.8 million. I went into the rest of world category and he was in there, already looking fantastic at 82 rated, 24 years of age, hoping for some great growth and a 5-star weak foot. So he's ready to pass to whoever he needs to. We have made a signing here in the January transfer window. I'm not sure we're going to make any more, potentially one more just for squad depth, but we have made a really solid backup central midfielder here. Arne Engels coming over from Celtic for our backup we purchased just before the summer transfer window ended, and a little bit of extra cash. A rating, he's 80 rated overall, 24 years old, going to be a fantastic backup for us and potentially starting depending on how his growth goes. All right, we have made another signing here using up almost the last of our budget. I do have one player I think I'm going to sell, but otherwise we have made a backup defensive signing. I wasn't feeling very solid with just the one backup outside defender, so we have signed 19-year-old Diego Rey here, 19 years old, I believe 79 rated for 22 million, coming over to Venezia. I'm excited to have him here and excited to see how we get along with this fantastic team. And with the January transfer window finished, this is what the team is looking like. Let's take a quick peek here. Got Mukoko up to an 83, Harder up to an 82, Gomez has hit an 87, Braithwaite up to an 84 as well. We ended up making one more extra signing here in person. Obviously, we don't have a left wing or left mid in the squad. We're currently trying to convert him to either a striker or a cam, whichever ends up being quicker, but couldn't pass up on a 19-year-old 79 rated wonder kid out here, especially the Swedish wonder kids. Him and Mohammed get along very well. But for the most part, I really like what this team is looking like. Really unfortunate that we have a red card here, but we've got some good backups. That's the goal. Have some good backups and finish out the season strong. We are currently sitting, after all of the games in January, we have taken up. After the games in January, we have taken first place. We're only up by 1 point, 55 over 54, but it shows that we can do it. We can win the Serie A. Unlike last episode, we are going for the Champions League as well. So winning the league means a lot, but it does not mean as much as winning the Champions League. So I would love to win the league, get that extra money in for some good signings for the Champions League, but for the time being, let's finish out season number 3. We are here at June 1st, and the first thing that I saw was the team of the season there on the right-hand side. There's no players. I don't think you're missing any players there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the Serie A team of the season. That makes me feel very happy, or very good, very hopeful about where we are going to end up this year. So let's check this out. Let's check out our squad stats first. Harder and Mukoko with 36 goals each. Harder doing it with only 35 games. 12 assists, 11 assists. Gomez with 15 goals, 14 assists. Philippe with 14 goals. I don't think he actually got a single goal after the halfway mark of the season. Just growth everywhere. Marriage up to an 85. Simonsen up to an 84, 84, 80, 87, 83, 84. Wow, how did our players on loan do? We didn't have many on loan this time around. Barcy is up to 80 rated, so he's starting to get that growth that we were hoping out of him. Yannick Fuchs, though, still no upgrades. He played for Milan, it looks like, this year, and he did not get any upgrades whatsoever. That is very unfortunate to see. But that being said, with all this success, where did season 3 take us? I'm excited. I'm loving all these numbers so far. And we have done it. We have won the Serie A title, first place with, I know you can't see it, let me move my face cam, 97 points. Winning the Serie A title with almost 100 points, only 5 losses the whole year, only 1 draw, and 32 wins with 95 goals for. What a season for us. That is fantastic in season number 3, especially after how last season went. Wow. What a season. Down at the bottom of the table, Cagliari, Pisa, and Como are going to be struggling in that relegation battle, or had struggled in that relegation battle all season. Take a look at how things went all around the globe here. We win the Coppa Italia. That is a certified domestic double. We beat Juventus 2-1 in the final. Was not expecting that. We not only win the Serie A, but we win the Coppa Italia as well. Real Madrid wins the Super Cup. PSG wins the Champions League over Milan. Lazio wins the Europa League. Trabzonspor wins the Conference League. Wow. What a season here in Venezia. We're definitely getting Champions League football in season number 4. I am excited for that. This team, however, look at this team. We are starting to look like a very, very menacing team to play against. Since we're still getting growth on a lot of these players, there's not many changes I'll have to make in season number 4. Mohamed will probably start here at that center back role. Maybe here at the left back role, we bring Doughty down into a more rotational position. And I'm very excited to see where things end up in season number 4. How long is it going to take us to win the Champions League? With this team, it could be easier than we think. Let's get in season number 4. I am just ready for this. First signing here is an exciting one. I wanted to improve that left back role. We have gone out and done that here with Riccardo Calafiori from Arsenal. A little bit over, I think 48 million, maybe 50 million. We have signed him up from Arsenal. 84 rated, 25 years old. I am extremely excited for this. This really rounds out our defense. We have made a backup central attacking midfielder signing. Angel Gomez is really the only one there right now. Obviously, we have 3 center mids, but at that cam role, Angel Gomez is the only one we have, and I'm hoping he can stick it out. But in the event that he is not able to stick it through the season, we now have Tommaso Baldanzi coming over from Roma for just over 35 million. He's coming over as an 83 rated 24-year-old central attacking mid. Hoping that's going to mean good growth and good rotation for him. We have a departure here of Brazier, our 82 rated center back, for 43 million to AC Milan. We have just made a massive striker signing here. I don't know if we're going to be selling someone or what, but Dortmund keeps bringing up the fantastic prospects, and we have brought in William Leonard here for 75 million. He's 18 years old. I think he's 83 rated already, and he is currently currently has that tag, has potential to be special, and I think he does. I think he will. I think he's going to fit straight into this team. So now it's a matter of if I sell a striker or if I send him on loan to get some growth and bring him straight back in for the Champions League at halfway through the season. I think I might send him on loan for the first half of the season and then see how he grows and bring him back for the second half. Costolas leaving for 12 months on loan to Osasuna. And we see Nicola Longo leaving on loan to Juventus for 12 months. We see Dennis Cech leaving for Valencia for 12 months on loan. All right, we are bringing in a backup for the future. I just need a couple more players for squad depth, and we are bringing in here Rory White from Brighton, 19 years old, 73 rated. Definitely not the standard for what the team needs, but we needed some quick backups to fill up the bench and hopefully some that'll get some growth for the future. Okay, we have signed another backup here. This is probably our last one of the transfer window. I say probably, it will be our last one. We are completely out of budget, and we have used the last of our budget for a little bit more of a fun signing. We have signed Mr. Mbappe himself, Ethan Mbappe, for 3.29 million from LOSC Lille. Hopefully he has any good growth for us. He's only 71 rated. He's definitely not good enough for the team, but I thought it'd be fun to bring in a player that most people know, and hopefully he does get some growth and becomes great and a great player for this team. Villanueva leaving for 12 months to Lazio. William Leonard leaving on loan to Arsenal. I did decide to loan him out. I loaned him out for 12 months, but if we are looking in a bad spot halfway through the year, we are going to take him back and hopefully get him some good growth on our team to get us into a good Champions League position. We are in the Champions League this year. All right, we are here on match day 1 of season number 4, I believe we are. If that's wrong, please let me know in the comments. But this is how the team is looking. We're looking fantastic. We have some good backups on the bench. We've got, an 83, 82, Philippe up to an 80. We've got some great youth potential on the bench as well. Ethan Mbappe hiding in there. It's really just about getting a fantastic year under our belt. Simonson up to an 85 is crazy because we did get an offer from Real Madrid for him for, I think it was like 119 million already. So Simonson and Merrick are doing fantastic in that midfield. Honestly, our team average at an 85 is a great spot to be. And hopefully these next couple seasons are just growth, and winning the Champions League. That's the goal. Game number 1 of this season, however, is against Inter Milan. So I'm going to let you guys get a little insight as to how the season starts, and I'll see you in January. We start off with a loss. That is not how we wanted to start off the season, but like I said, this is an unfortunate way to start things off. We will see you in January, and hopefully we're looking a lot better, and hopefully we're close to the top of the table. All right, we have made it to the first Champions League match here. Team is still looking good. Harder up to an 85 is a great way to move this up. Mohamed up to an 84 as well. Kuto up to an 86. Our team is seeing some growth. Simonson looks upset. Mohamed looks upset. I'm not exactly sure why. We'll have to figure that out. But how do we do in our first Champions League game against Bayern Munich? First Champions League game of the season. How do we end up? We take it 4-1. Wow, what a way to start out Champions League. Much better than how we started the season. Harder, Balzani comes in and instantly scores off the bench within a minute of coming in. Mukoko has a goal. Calafiori with a goal. Wow, what a way to start out the Champions League. We are here on Champions League match day 2. We have a couple cool upgrades as well. Gomez up to an 88. Maric up to an 86. Calafiori up to an 85. We're just seeing growth. I hope that's meaning good things for the season. I pray it's meaning good things. But let's get into Champions League match day 2. How does it go? We lose to Stade Rennais FC. Harder does score a goal pretty early on, but the second half was just horrible for us. Wow, really unfortunate. Match day number 3 against Rangers for the Champions League. We are seeing more growth. Mukoko up to an 85, Simonson up to an 80, Calafiori 85. Pray that means we can get a win. I don't know how this team is looking the way it is, and we still lost the last game. Are we going to lose this one too? We do not. 4-1, Harder with at least a brace, hat trick for Harder, and a goal for Angel Gomez. What a game. That is exactly what we needed going into match day 4 of the Champions League. Here we are. Very big Champions League day here. We are facing Arsenal, who did take our backup striker. We have seen some growth on Branthwaite up to an 86. I believe Verbruggen is on the cusp of an 86. Harder's up to an 86 as well. This team is averaging out so well. Let's hope it can translate into a game against Arsenal. Let's find out. And it does not. We barely lose after trying to make a comeback there in the 89th minute, but too much for us. They didn't even sub in our guy. They made 1 sub. We made no subs. Maybe that was our problem there, but a loss to Arsenal does not bode well for our Champions League run. We're here, another Champions League match day, and this team is upset. The whole team is upset. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Another Champions League match day against Atletico Madrid. We did not get a lucky draw. Atletico Madrid, Bayern, Arsenal. Let's see if we can survive this. I don't know. We do not. It's a 2-1 loss to Atletico Madrid, and I think Champions League might not be in question. All right, next Champions League match day is here. This team is still extremely upset. We started to get a couple of players back, but wow. We're gonna see if we can make it past Lech Poznan. I'm worried with how we've done in the last couple of games. Let's find out. 3-1. We will take a 3-1 win. Mukoko and Harder carrying it for us, with Maric having a goal as well. Very unfortunate to be in the position we're in, but a win. We will take a win. We gotta get some positivity back in this team, you know? Gotta take a win and run. Okay, we have made it to the 1st of January. We play Juventus in a couple of days. Let's see what happens here. I don't even know what to expect in the slightest. First off, let's look at the squad and how things are going. Not as bad as I was thinking. Harder with 19 goals and 4 assists. Maric with 10 goals and 10 assists. Mukoko with only 8 goals and 2 assists. So he's up to an 86. Harder up to an 87. Maric up to an 87. Gomez still 88. Oliveira on loan up to a 76. Kuto up to an 87, 86, 85. Simonson up to an 87 as well at 19 years old. That is a crazy. I'm so happy for that transfer. Philippe up to an 80. Yannick Fuchs has still had no growth since we purchased him 2 or 3 seasons ago. Leonard's still 83. I don't even know if he's played yet for Arsenal. Hopefully the second half of the season goes better for him. I'm also highly considering bringing him back since Mukoko is not scoring. Said up to a 72. Dowdy up to an 83 is not horrible for a free transfer on him. And a couple 80 rateds, and our goalkeeper up to an 86. So, like I said, we've seen growth. Clean sheets seem to be an issue here. 2 clean sheets so far is all that we've been able to muster this season. That's a little bit rough, especially when our central center mid is scoring more goals than our striker, who has played every game. So, a little bit concerning there. Let's see what we can figure out. Let's see where we're actually at in the league. Okay, before we get there, I didn't even realize that the Super Cup was a thing, that we were in it. I guess we won the league last year, so I guess we're in it. There was a final for that. I don't know how that went. Is there a way to tell? We're in 15th. Only, what is that? 3 points, 1 game above relegation. What is this? 3 wins, 7 draws. We need to convert those draws into wins and 8 losses. With our second striker not scoring, that may very well be why we are not getting those draws into wins. Looks like everybody's drawing this season though. Probably all against us. I guess some changes to make in January. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do here. But we have some changes to make, and hopefully there's some good ones. It'll probably require Moukoko leaving this team, but here we go. I'll see you at the end of January. Now that I know about the Super Cup, that's what this game is. Us versus Juve in the Super Cup final here. We have decided to bring back Leonard. That was the first choice I decided to make, and I think we will sell Moukoko this season. Philippe has been a great backup still. He's only 80 rated, but every time he comes in, he scores. So we will keep Philippe on the bench. I would like to make a change to the back line with that money from Moukoko. We'll take a look at that. We're here in the final against Juventus for the Super Cup. Can we win a trophy this season with how bad of a year we've had? We do not. We lose to Vlahovic and Kessier, scoring 2 goals against us. We did make a substitution, but it was not enough. We took 5 shots, 4 chances overall, but we did not win the first trophy that we've come up against. And there we have it. Moukoko is leaving. We got offers for him from Inter Milan and AC Milan, but I did not want this beast to stay in the Serie A if he did start picking up goals again. So instead, he is left. Don't know why I didn't show it. He is left to Manchester City for $134.5 million. Let's show it here. There we go. 119 of it is going straight into our transfer budget. So let's see what kind of upgrades we can make. I think the defense is a little bit more of where I am concerned. We will take a look at what we can do with this money, and I'll get right back to you. We have signed 83 rated 20-year-old goalkeeper Lino Ferreira here for 44 million. He's 3 ratings lower than Verbruggen, but 5 years younger, so hoping so that he's going to get some good growth coming off the bench and eventually become our starting goalkeeper. 21-year-old Saul Torres coming from Manchester City for just over 46 million. We have made another backup defensive signing, though this one is going to come in and go straight on loan. 16 years old, 75 rated. He's going straight on loan, and we're going to hope for some fantastic growth. Hopefully not the same Yannick Fuchs situation that we had last season. Here's how the team is looking as of right now. This is just after a couple of signings we made. We have, again, a fantastic team, fantastic starting 11, but now our whole bench is 80 rated and higher. I think the only player I might get rid of is Philippe here and go for someone a little bit younger, maybe a little bit higher rated if I can find one. And then all these players down here are either getting sold. Cadlec and Fuchs are getting sold, and these 3 are going on loan. I really like how this team is looking. I'm liking this team. I'm liking this team a lot. Ferreira is going to make a fantastic backup for us. Same with Torres. I'm really excited for those 2. Otherwise, let's just see if I can make any more signings and get the second half of the season over with. We have a departure here as Yannick Fuchs is finally gone to Lazio for 29.5 million. Lazio, take care of him. He has gotten no growth in the last 2 or 3 years. Okay, we are here, middle of January. We have a matchup against Athletic Bilbao in the Champions League. Our Champions League run has been tough, but with an upgraded Gomez up to 89, I feel like we're gonna get lucky this time. I feel like we're gonna get lucky. I'm hoping so. If not, oh well, that's how the cookie crumbles. But can we get a win under our belts to keep our Champions League hopes alive? We do! 2-0. Angel Gomez, 89 rated now. Jan Couto is in there with a win. Fantastic. That is what we needed. We did not have possession. They even had more chances than us, but we'll take a win. Please. Oh Lord, Venezia. Can you win the Champions League this season? Our old goalkeeper, Cadlec, has sold for 22.5 million. Ethan Mbappe has found his loan move to Benfica for 2 years. Hopefully he does well in Portugal. Another departure here. We are unfortunately leaving Jorge Salinas. It's our 16-year-old, 75 rated. He's going on loan to Valencia for 6 months. That's not what I'm sad about. I'm more sad about Rayan Philippe finally leaving the club for 25.4 million. He's been great for us over the last couple of years. He's been a fantastic backup, a fantastic starter, but it's his time to go. We got a good deal on him, thankfully, but unfortunate to see Philippe go. I'm hoping Harder and Leonard can carry the way for us. Okay, we have made our backup striker signing. Really excited for this one. We are taking him from Leverkusen. Simon David signing on for 43 million, almost 44 million from Leverkusen. He is 19 years old, already 79 rated. By the time this season's over, he's going to be an 80, 81, 82. Who knows where this kid's going to end up, but I'm super excited that he's joining us and not staying at Leverkusen. Another Champions League match today. I'm pretty sure this is last or second to last here, and we have seen growth on Leonard already, which is very exciting. I like the way this team looks. I really like the way this team looks, and I'm hoping that they can stick it out against Sporting. Let's see here. Can we do it? We take a loss against Sporting. Leonard does get a goal for us in the Champions League, which is not the worst thing in the world. It looks like both of our outside backs were subbed out, but a 2-1 loss does not put us in a good position for Champions League football. Okay, we are here at the end of January. Deadline day has already passed. The team is still looking good. I think the only thing we need now is to see how the season ends up. Yeah, team is looking great. Bench is looking great. Kubarsi is back in the squad. I am excited for that. Engels does seem pretty upset, so I'm not sure if he's going to make it through the second half of the season. But for the most part, the rest of this team should. We did get an offer towards the very end. I didn't end up taking it for Branthwaite here from Manchester United for 150 million. So maybe worth getting some of these players out next season to build up again. But I'm liking that we have a lot of 87s. We have 89 Gomez carrying this team right now, and Braganca captaining it all. If I look scared, I am. Just know that I don't like where we've been sitting through the season here. Let's take one more look at where we're at stats-wise for the team. Harder with 19 goals and 5 assists. Merrick with 11 and 11. He just keeps going up. Leonard already has 4 goals in 8 games for us. 1 in the Champions League, 3 in the Serie A. That is really solid. Jan Couto's getting on the score sheet as well. Yep, we lost the Super Cup is what we lost. We are still 14th in the league, 3 points off of Fiorentina and Verona. So if we start getting some wins, we can move up really quickly. It's just about getting those wins. And did we make the Champions League playoffs? We did. We are down there at the bottom versus Slavia Praha in the Champions League playoffs. Here we are, round of 16 against Slavia Praha here. We've got the team. I did a little bit of changes to the tactics. I'm hoping that it looked really funky. I don't know if it was just a visual thing or what, but hopefully that changed it, and hopefully we can just get by this first leg against Slavia Praha with ease. Please, Venezia. 3-1. We will take that. Harder with a goal, Leonard with a goal, and Baldanzi with a goal. He really wants to score. He might need to start starting for us. Leg 2, we're 3-1 up. I did decide to start Baldanzi for this one, hoping that it's a good decision. Gomez being 89 rated is a game winner for us, but Baldanzi seems to keep scoring. Can he score here again to keep us in the Champions League? 3-0. He does not score, but Leonard gets a brace. Fantastic way to start off the Champions League. We are playing our Champions League quarterfinal game against Liverpool. I haven't seen how they've been doing this season. It's probably really good. Simonson up to an 88, Harder up to an 88, though. Our team is here to play. Leonard up to an 85. The team's here to play. The team is ready to play. We are not subbing in Baldanzi this time. We are leaving Gomez there. It's going to be interesting to see how this game goes. Our team looks amazing. Can they show it on the pitch against Liverpool? 5-0 against Liverpool. Leonard, Harder twice. Angel, Harder with a hat trick. Gomez with a goal. What a game. 5-0 to us against Liverpool. I didn't see if that was at Anfield or not, but if so, I can't wait to play the next game. Wow, what a game to start out that bout. We are here. We are playing at Anfield now. We won 5-0 at home. I know we're playing at Anfield, but is there any way that they come back from 5-0 down? I pray they can't. Can we just get past Liverpool and make it to the next round? 1-1 tie, perfect situation. We make it to the next round of the Champions League. I'm liking where this is going. Here we are, Champions League quarterfinal against Napoli. We have Gomez up to a 90, Maric up to an 88, Simonson 88, Branthwaite 88. This team is looking crazy good. It's just a matter of winning. We've struggled with Napoli in Serie A before. We did beat them last season. We beat them this season, I believe. Can we beat them here? We do not. We do not beat them on the first round. It all comes down to this, to see if our Champions League hopes can stay alive. 3-2 against Napoli. We need a win here by more than 2 to move on to the next round. Can we get it? Makes it 4-3 us, and we move on to the next round. I just couldn't comprehend that for a second. We move on. Angel Gomez and Harder getting the wins for us. We have made it to the next round of the Champions League. I am scared for who we're going to face, but I am so glad we made it this far. Semifinals time versus Bayer Leverkusen. And we've got some upgrades here. Braganka, up to an 87. Simonson up to an 89. Leonard up to an 86. How's our bench doing? This team looks insane. Harder up to an 89. I didn't even notice that. We've got to win here. We have to win this first game, or else it can all come crashing down. We still have 2 legs. Semifinals, Bayer Leverkusen, Venezia. What happens? We lose 3-1 on the first round. That is not what we needed to see. Florian Wirtz with a brace and Gakpo with the finishing goal. We did not need that. We need to tie or win this next game to move on. Here we are, second leg. 3-1 down to Bayer Leverkusen. They have a fantastic team. I'm really hoping ours is better. We've come back once before. Can we come back again? Let's find out. We do not. We lose 3-1 to Bayer Leverkusen, and we are knocked out of the Champions League in the semifinals. It's a great spot to be, but it's so close to the final. I would have much rather lost the final if we were going to lose. And let's just see how we did. We lost. We know we didn't win the Champions League. I don't know if we won the league. I don't know if we won the Super Cup or anything. But Harder with 31 goals and 6 assists, that I do know. What a season for him. Leonard with 19-3 in his first season with us, 19 years old. He's going to be a star for sure. Gomez, 16 goals and 7 assists in 58 games for him. 13 and 18 for Marriage. I'm really liking how he plays for this team. Braganka with 9 and 7. Oliveira on loan up to a 77 with 5 and 2. Jan Kuto with some goals. Calafiori with some goals. All in all, not a bad year for everybody. How did our loan players do? Villanueva with no upgrade. Costalas, I think, up 1. Longo, no upgrade. Czech up 1. Mbappe up 2. Salinas up nothing on his short loan. White up 1. Said up nothing. And we're seeing limited growth from some of our players. Saul Torres, though, up to an 84, is a fantastic backup and or potential replacement for Mohamed. Mohamed's still 84 and has seen no growth this season, whereas Saul Torres has seen 84. Has seen +2 growth, I guess, is the best way to put that. Wow, what a season these guys had. The question is now, how did we do? And the answer to that is bad. 8th place, the year after winning the league. I know we didn't get promoted, but I would call this second season syndrome there. We were, 23 points off the title there with 14 wins, 12 draws, and 12 losses is insane. 12 draws is insane as well. If we could have turned any of those into wins, we would have been just fine. Napoli with a great year, just 14 draws, messing them up from the title. If they would have won any one of those games, they would have won the league. But we did not win the Coppa Italia. Where did we go out in there? We went out in the round of 16 to Sampdoria. The Super Cup goes to Paris Saint-Germain. Atletico Madrid take the Champions League over Leverkusen. How did we end up? Semifinals, we know we lost to Leverkusen, so we lost to the eventual winners, but Atletico Madrid beat Real Madrid 5-3 to make it there. Europa League goes to Copenhagen over Man United. European Conference League goes to Juventus. We didn't even make that this year. No European football for us in the next season, which is very sad. But it means we get one more year to build this club up and hopefully win the Champions League the year after that. So I will see you in season number 5. We are here in season number 5 with Venezia. I believe it's 5. It's either 4 or 5. There's probably a way for me to check, but all I know is that we need to win the Champions League. We need to get back to the Champions League. Let's take another look at what this squad is looking like and what we need to improve upon. So we're currently sitting with an 86 Leonard, 89 Harder, Gomez up to a 90, Simonson up to a 90. I don't think we're going to get rid of him anytime soon. I think actually our back line is where we could use the most improvements. Verbruggen up to an 86. I'm going to let him keep growing, and I'm going to let our backup keeper keep growing as well. 84 rated currently. Hopefully we see some growth there. Let's go into this transfer window with the purpose of not making major changes to the team, but rather some strategic upgrades, because this team is not bad. I think if anything, what I would like to do is switch into a more winger-focused formation, because I think that may be why we're struggling to score goals. We are sitting on a $93 million transfer budget. We should be able to make at least either one really, really good signing or a couple decent signings for this squad. And I'm hoping maybe if we decide to sell a player or two this season, we're going to bump that up and get a fantastic team going for this season. I'm excited. I just want to get back up to the Champions League and winning the Champions League. Not only have we decided to change to a winger formation, we have decided to sign a massive left winger for this squad. We have signed Savinho from Manchester City for Alfie Doughty, who I was getting rid of anyways, 28 years old, 84 rated. I needed something a little bit younger back there, but we've got him on a cut price deal. We've got Savinho in the team, 88 rated, jumping into that left-hand side. I am extremely excited for this. Very excited to have him in there. Okay, we have our first departure here. Balzani leaving for Inter Milan for 67.7 million. We have brought in Ryan Cherky here from Manchester United for 41.9 million. He's coming over to Venezia as our new right winger. Currently 23 years of age, 83 rated, I believe. He should be a fantastic workhorse for us over on that right-hand side. Another departure here as Braganca does leave us for PSG for 118 million. He just turned 29 or 30, I believe. He was maxing out his growth, and I would love to get someone a little bit younger and hopefully similar rating in for him. All right, another signing coming in here. This time not for the attack. This is for the left back position. I was looking to get a massive upgrade there. German Bravo is that upgrade. Although he is only 84 rated, one rating lower than Calafiore, he is only 21 years old, so he should see a lot of growth coming in off the bench for Calafiore and hopefully being our starting left back when we get back into the Champions League. And we have now made a signing for the future, but also for right now. We're looking for some backups for our new fantastic wingers, and we have found that here from Liverpool. Coming over from Liverpool, Nicholas Robert for 61.1 million. Hefty fee for him, but he is coming over. He is currently 82 rated, 20 years of age. We struggled to get a good deal across the line. That was a stubborn negotiation, but we have him in the club now, and I'm hoping he's going to be a fantastic prospect for this club. Okay, another departure here as Villanueva leaves on loan for 12 months to Estrella. All right, another loan move here as Pau Cubarsí leaves for Real Madrid for 12 months on loan. Hopefully get some good play time there. Another departure here as Dennis Cech leaves on loan to Osasuna for 12 months. Oliveira leaving on loan to Juventus for 2 years. He's 77 rated now, and I'm hoping to see some growth with this. We do have a left midfielder coming into the club. He's probably going to be a backup as well. I may even send him out on loan. But we have Angel Gomez leaving on a swap deal with Mikey Moore coming over to us from Bournemouth plus $90 million. But Mikey Moore is that addition that I'm talking about. A little bit left field, not what I was expecting. Gomez, however, had just hit 30 years of age and I think 90 ratings, so we decided to cash in on that. But we will definitely take this upgrade here. All right, we have followed that last transfer up with another backup defensive signing here with Rico Lewis coming over from Inter Milan. Great to take away from our competitors. We've gotten rid of our 80 rated right back to bring in a 85 rated right back, 23 years of age. Very excited to have him in here. Currently only 2 ratings less than Jan Couto, and if Jan Couto doesn't perform well this year, Rico Lewis is in. Jorge Salinas leaves on loan to Benfica for 2 years. Nicola Longo leaves for Lazio for 12 months on loan. And we see a big departure here. It was a last-minute decision, but I really feel like Rico Lewis is ready to take over that right back role, and because of that, we have let Jan Couto leave a year before his deal ends. 140 million to Aston Villa. Jan Couto has left 140 million in the bank, and Rico Lewis takes over that right back spot. And with that money, we have decided to upgrade the center back position. I know I was on the fence about it, but I feel like we need an upgrade now if we want to start competing now. I did keep one of our prospects for the long haul. However, Hans Mohammed has left the club plus 20 million to bring in Lukiba from Leipzig here. Fantastic upgrade, 25 years of age, so still some awesome opportunities for growth on the side. However, he comes in at an astonishing 86 rated, paired up with our 88 rated Braithwaite. I'm very excited for that and to see what growth he can get in this team. Simon David, 19 years old, 80 rated, is leaving for Fiorentina for 12 months on loan. All right, and we have made our marquee signing of the window. We know that Harder and Leonard have been doing a great job, but I think Leonard just needs a little bit more growth. So to replace him for this season as he becomes our backup, we have brought in 87 rated Lois Openda from Arsenal for 72 million. His contract was about to expire, so we got him on a pretty solid deal. Our last signing of this transfer window, I know we just signed a striker, but I feel like we need a second backup just because we're running a 2-striker formation. They might need some subs, and so to fill that out. We have brought in Edgar Hardy here from Valencia for Rasmus Persson, 18 years old, 80 rated striker as our backup. Hopefully he gets some good growth this year as well. All right, and heading into the season, this is what the team is looking like. We're playing a 4-2-4 now with Harder and Apenda up top, Savino and Cherokee on the wings. Lewis and Calafiore are our two outside backs for now, with Braithwaite and Lukiba as our center backs. Simonson and Marich are running that midfield. They still have so much growth left in them as well. Simonson only 19 at 90 rated, Marich 22 at 88 rated. We also have some big bench players this year in Leonard and Torres, Bravo, and Ferreira. All of these guys 84 and above. Overall, I like where the team is at. We did bring back a couple players on loan this year, White and Oliveira, just to fill the squad with some more squad depth. I'm running very low on funds after the massive signings we had this year, so we used it up well, and hopefully that translates into a fantastic season. Our manager rating is looking a little bit better now, but wow, we need a much better season than last year, and we're going to make that happen. I will see you guys on the 1st of January. We won't be making any signings with the money we got right now, but I am excited to see how this team does this year. Let's get into it. All right, we have made it to the 1st of January, and I am liking the way things are looking so far. Harder with 27 goals and 4 assists in 28 games. What a season from him so far. What a half a season. Up to 92 rated. Apenda up to 88 already. 14 goals and 4 assists for him. Leonard up to an 87 with 11 goals in 9 games. He is doing fantastic off the bench, apparently. Savino, 9 goals, 7 assists. Cherokee with 5 goals, 10 assists for him. Up to an 86, Savino up to an 89, Simonson up to a 92 with 4 goals, 6 assists, and 10 clean sheets for him. Hardy, our brand new striker, already up 1 rating with 2 goals in 1 game. Where does that leave us in the league? We need Champions League football next year. We need to win the Champions League. Where are we? We are currently top of the table with 19 games played, 17 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss with 48 goal differential, 52 points. Next closest is 45. We are rocking this season so far. I am loving the way this is looking. Now, how are we looking at some of these other competitions? So far, Atletico Madrid has won the UEFA Super Cup. We know we're not in the Champions League. We know we're not in the Europa League. Are we in the we are in the Conference League. Okay, maybe we were in one of the automatic spots, but we are currently 4-1-1 in the Conference League with 2 games left. If we had any big games so far, it looks like we started off with a draw, and then a 3-1 win over Lyon, a 1-0 win, 4-0 over Anderlecht. We lost to Genk 2-1, 4-2 win after that, 0-0, and that is our games. I don't know if we have any more games to be played, potentially 2 more, I'm not exactly sure, but we have pulled 13 from a possible 18, I believe, so we will gladly take that. But back to this, being top of the table halfway through the season feels really good, and also makes me think that I don't really want to make any signings here. I don't even think I'll let anybody leave here. I'm really liking where we're at, and let's keep this going. Let's see how the second half of the season ends up. All right, first leg of Conference League play out of the group stage. Let's see what we can do here. We're going in. 3-1 win in the first leg. Apenda, Bravo, and Cherokee with some goals there. I am A-okay with that. Second leg, we're up 3-1. We will gladly take that coming into this game. Looks like Lukiba's a little bit upset, so unfortunately, we're not going to play you if you're going to be a pouty little baby. And we're going to put Torres in. Is that the right decision? 3-1 up. 2-2. We will gladly take that as well. Engels comes in and gets a goal. Harder with a goal. Openda keeps missing. So let's hopefully change that in the next couple games. All right, we are here in the Conference League, I believe the quarterfinals here. We've got our team in. We haven't seen much growth in the second half of the season, but people are starting to max out their potential. That being said, let's hope dynamic player potential comes into play at the end of the season and the beginning of next. How does the Conference League go for us here? First leg, 2-1, Harder with a brace. We will gladly take that and go straight into the second leg. Here we go, second leg. We're only 2-1 up, so there is room to fail here. I just really hope it doesn't happen. Leonard and Harder, we need some goals. 2-0, Cherokee and Lewis are the unexpected saviors, I guess, and we move on to the next round of the Conference League. All right, and I think he might have heard me because Cherokee has now moved up to an 87 right after that last game. But we have moved on to, I believe, either the semifinals. I think it is the semifinals against Genk, which is very scary because we lost to Genk in the group stage. So can we redeem ourselves from that loss? What's going to happen here against Genk? 3-0, Harder with a brace, Leonard with a goal off the bench for Openda. It sounds like Leonard knows what's going on with Openda missing, but we have made it a great first leg. Let's get straight into the second leg and get through this round. Genk is a scary team for us. Second leg, 3-0 lead. We've seen weirder things happen. Genk could make a comeback, but I really hope that that's enough. Is it enough? It might have been, but either way, Savinho, Openda, and Cherokee come in. Openda with another miss. What is going on with that? Anyways, we win 6-1 on aggregate going into the final. Who is that final going to be against? Looks like Chelsea tied Stuttgart 2-2, and it is going to be Chelsea on a 4-2 win over Stuttgart in the Europa Conference League final. So we're in a final. We'll take that. All right, and we have made it here. We are here for the Conference League final with a 93 rated Harder, 92 Simonson, 90 Braithwaite, 90 Marriage, 89 Savinho. We've got a good team. The question is it going to be good enough? And truthfully, with it being a final, I have to take Openda out. He has missed too many shots in normal games. What is he going to do when there's pressure on? Openda has to be out for this game. But we're here in the final against Chelsea. And like I said, the only final we really care about is the Champions League. So let's see what happens. Do we win a trophy in the UEFA Conference League? We lose 4-2 to Chelsea. Cole Palmer gets 2 goals, and Julian Alvarez finishes us off. Leonard gets a brace, which is great. That's what we needed, but we needed a win. We do not win the Conference League this year. We are here on the end of the season, May 31st, and what a season we had. Harder with 59 games, 44 goals and 5 assists. Openda with 20 goals and 5 assists. Savinho 16 and 12. Leonard 16 and 1 in 24 games. Is kind of crazy. Cherokee with 21 assists. In total, he had 34 goal contributions, with 21 being assists. Simonson, great season again. Engels get 0 growth this year. We're probably going to be looking for a better backup other than him next year. Rico Lewis, 4 and 4. What a team we built for this season. But a fantastic year for growth all around. And the real question is, was it enough? Was this enough? Okay, now we can see it better. We did win the league, 25 wins, 8 draws, 5 losses all year. Very good for us. 95 goals for with 39 against. We won the league by a pretty decent margin as well. Let's see how everything else went. Roma obviously won the Coppa Italia against us. 2-1 loss there. Like we said, the Super Cup went to Atletico Madrid. The Champions League also went to Atletico Madrid over Man City. Or the Europa League, sorry, went to Juventus 2-1 over Hoffenheim. Very close finals this year. And the not close final, we lost the Conference League to Chelsea 4-2. So very successful year for us overall. We won Serie A, that's what we wanted. Runner-up in the Coppa Italia, runner-up in the Conference League. But we did do it. We have made it into the Champions League for season number 5 or 6 here. I think it's going to be 5. I know I said this one was 5. I have no idea. I just know we're in the Champions League and I'm excited to go all out for it. So I will see you guys in the Champions League next season. Let's get into it. All right, we're here on the 1st of July in season number 5. I'm going to secure that this is season number 5. I think that's what I said last season too, but we're going to secure that this is season number 5, and I have already gone in on the youth prospects. I know I said I wasn't going to do it in this rebuild, but I had to take a look, and we have some fantastic options coming through. I'm going to get all the free agents done with real quick, so you're going to see a montage of those. We got a lot coming in, but I've got a couple that I'm keeping an eye on. So we are going to make a couple sales this year. No one crazy important to what we did last season, but definitely going to make some changes and definitely excited for what's going to happen in this season. Iker Guzman comes over. We're excited for him. Hugo Montes comes in for free. Like I said, free agent central over here. Christopher Berg comes over, 19 years of age, 76 rated, I believe. Sending him on loan for sure. Bogdan Stoyanov comes over for free. 21 years old, 78 rated, hoping to get some good growth out of him as either a second backup or potentially sending on loan. Oscar Bravo comes over, 19 years old, 78 rated left back. All right, another left back prospect here, 20 years old, French, 78 rated left back. Moreau comes in. Second striker prospect here, 18 years old, 74 rated. Bryce Molina comes in, going on loan. Definitely hoping to get some good growth out of him. We have David Ponce here. I believe he's 16 years old and 76 rated. Second center defensive midfield prospect here. Same rating, 76 rated, but 1 year younger. And Daniel Vogt, right mid prospect coming in here, 19 years old, 74 rated. Portuguese. Miguel Ribeiro, coming in. Another signing here, same rating, 74 rating, but 2 years older. Ezra Chadwick comes in, 21 years of age, 74 rated. There were very, very few center back prospects in the game this season, so we took the best one. We're taking 73 rated Mael Fisher, 18 years of age. Definitely needs some good growth on him before he gets anywhere near this team. I have a very, very funny transfer for you guys here. I wasn't expecting to see this, but when I was scrolling through the free agents, I found the best deal I could have found. We have brought Angel Gomez, still 90 rated, 28 years of age. He is coming back to the club. Apparently, whatever team he decided to go to only signed him for a year. So he is back on a free this time. So we have made our money and then some, bringing Angel Gomez back into the club. Another 90 rated prospect for us. I say prospect, another 90 rated player for us to have in this team, and that may force us to make some changes in the midfield, but Angel Gomez is back, and he's back for free. This is the best scenario we could have, especially heading back into the Champions League. I am pumped for this. All right, we might be done with the free agents, but we are not done with the young talent here. We're bringing in a striker prospect here, 16 years old, but already 75 rated, Ji Hugh Lee, coming in from Fulham for 14.1 million. Coming over from Bayern, he is a right mid prospect, 16 years old, 72 rated. Newman coming over from Bayern for 5.1 million. We are bringing over Mr. Pierre Valentin from Chelsea for 12 million. He is 17 years old, 75 rated, hoping for some fantastic growth from him this year. 18 years old, 78 rated. Felipe Castro coming over from Alaves for 24.3 million. Okay, and after we have spent all but 10 million of our budget on day one, we are looking like this. Unfortunately, this new lineup with Gomez and the wingers means that we only can have one striker. So Leonard moves to the bench for that reason. We do, however, have a pretty solid lineup. I'm really liking where things are looking here. Lewis, this is kind of going to be his test, his trial, because he has not grown since we bought him. Bravo, however, has already grown one, and I think is close to growing again. We are looking to sell a couple players off here, but this is what I wanted to show you. Look at all these players down here, 75 and above for the most part. David is there for now. I think he's actually going to come up here, and we're going to send Hardy on loan. But we are liking the way things are looking. I love the way this team is looking, and the reason I did this, if you're questioning why I did this, is because we have been to the Champions League before. We've won the league and been to the Champions League, but we lost drastically. We lost everything that year, extremely drastically. So what I am prepping for is the future. I am making sure that we have players in every single position that if we are struggling, we have them ready to go. So all of these guys, pretty much everybody actually, is going to go out on loan. There might be one or two that I keep here, I think, but for the most part, these players are gone. They are gone, and I am extremely excited to see how this season goes with what we brought in and what we have on the back burner. I've got a couple more players I'd like to sign, a couple young prospects that can actually either fit in the starting 11 or be great now reserves, but we're going to see what happens after I make some sales, and I will be right back with you on the last day of the transfer window. Calafiori is gone to Juventus for 120 million. I know Juventus is in our league, however, 120 million is going to very much help us get some fantastic players in this squad. Okay, big signing here. I've been wanting to sign this guy for a couple of seasons, but Bayern kept making him unavailable to sign. However, we have got him now with that money from the Calafiori transfer. Christophe Blondel coming over for 63.9 million. He is 19 years old, 83 rated right mid. I need some massive growth from this guy and some massive plays from him off the bench this season. coming over from Manchester United. Albert Hobbs is hopefully going to be a fantastic prospect for the future, but they wanted Mikey Moore, and I wasn't really opposed to that. We have some much better winger prospects. I know Mikey Moore can be a great player in career mode, but that might need to come another time because Albert Hobbs is here for it. Couldn't really pass up on an offer like this. We are bringing over Jersey, Polish guy for 21 million, coming over from Barcelona. He is 17 years old, 76 rated. Couldn't really pass up on an opportunity to get a potentially Lewandowski regen here. That's what I'm hoping he is. Let's hope he gets some great growth out on loan. Alessandro Kohler coming over from Juventus. They took Calafiore from us. We're taking Kohler from them for 20.9 million. Isat Manga coming in from Al Fateh for 26.3 million. 17 years old, 78 rated, going to be a fantastic prospect as a center back. I am so excited for this. We see Lukiba leaving for Tottenham for 140 million. I was not expecting that. I didn't even put him up for sale. Tottenham snuck in behind before I could get a contract negotiation done, and they have taken him from us. Apparently his release clause was lower than his actual value, so I should have monitored that a little bit closer, but 140 million can't hurt us heading into the next season. All right, we have made a massive signing here for the club. I can't wait to see what this guy grows to. We have brought in a wonder kid, a Real Madrid wonder kid coming over to us. Mahmoud Ali for 107 million coming over from Real Madrid. He is 18 years old and he is already 84 rated. He is a center attacking mid right now. I'm hoping to convert him into either a center mid or a winger depending on what does best for him, but we got a great deal on him and I can't believe we were able to get this across the line. Thank you so much, Lukiba, for leaving, but that center back spot is going to be hard to fill. We also have Nicola Longo leaving on a permanent transfer for 10.4 million to Club Brugge. Villanueva leaving for Genoa for 9 million. He just wasn't getting any of the growth that I was expecting from him. Federico Oliveira leaving permanently to Feyenoord for 24 million. Simon David going on loan to Roma for 2 years. He's already 83 rated at 20 years old. Where is he going to end up? I know that we just gave German Bravo the ropes there, but I wanted to have a good backup in place just in case things go south. So Jorge Medina is coming over from Roma, 44.6 million. He is already 82 rated at 20 years old, and we are hoping for some fantastic things from him coming off the bench. All right, Lois Openda is leaving after 1 year at the club for 145.6 million. Openda, thank you for getting us into the Champions League, but you missed way too many shots in the Conference League to stay with this club. And unfortunately, I did not mean to sell him, but I accidentally accepted an offer for Ferreira, our backup goalkeeper. It's an extra 66 million, but I did not mean to sell him this early. He was going to become our starting goalkeeper in this next year. All right, and with the unexpected departure of our goalkeeper, we have decided to go in for a secondary goalkeeper, and one that is probably going to be in the team sooner than we think. He may even end up taking over halfway through the season here. 22-year-old Francisco Castro comes over from Juventus for 94.5 million. He is 22 years old, 86 rated. The Brazilian goalkeeper is here to make an impact on this team. Okay, and a little intermission before our final signing of the window, but I have seen Atletico Madrid become a crazy super team through this whole rebuild. That being said, I need to show you why. I need to show you the player that has been the bane of my existence since we started this rebuild. This kid right here, Theodore Adam, he has been with Atletico the entire time that we've been playing. He's just been going in the background. He's already 91 rated. I don't even think he's that old. He's 21 years old, 91 rated. He is a crazy player for Atletico Madrid. I haven't been able to see any sort of the Ballon d'Or ratings or anything like that, but I would not be surprised if he's up there. He has been crazy. So we have a matchup against them preseason here, and let's find out if he's just that good. All right, matchup here against Atletico Madrid. Our striker's 93, but Adam is just way too good. What's going to happen here? We tie Atletico Madrid. Harder gets a goal. Francisco Conchao gets a goal, but we will gladly take a tie. And Angel Gomez is going to be the bane of our existence again. I know I just said that, but Angel Gomez missing a goal. Openda and Gomez out here to miss goals. We have signed a new center back, a starting center back at 20 years of age and 86 rated. He is one rating higher than Castro right now, or Torres, I think, is our current center back. One rating higher for now, but he's going to get some crazy growth in this team. He is our starting center back. Like I said, 20 years old. Sam Delou comes in for 100 million on the dot from Leipzig. It was a very interesting negotiation, but we got the best deal I think we could have gotten for him, and I'm excited for him to be in this team. We're here in the first game of the season, and usually I wouldn't say anything about it, but I wanted to do two things. First off, show you this team. Look at this squad. This squad is looking fantastic. 93 harder, still pumping out goals. I mean, it's the first game of the season. We don't know how he's going to do so far, but Leonard up to an 89 on our bench. Lewis up to an 86. Castro is close to an 87. I can already see it. I'm trying to get a loan move for at least 2 or 3 of these guys just to get some more growth out of them. I'm excited for Wozniak here. But the biggest thing is that somebody has come in, I think it was Bournemouth, have bought out Marich on his release clause. I'm really hoping that something happens where he doesn't leave, but I think they've bought out his release clause, and we may need to be looking for another center mid. Hobbs is there, but he's not ready yet, only 81 rated, so I will keep you updated if that does end up happening. But let's see what happens on the first game of the season versus Bergamo Calcio. What's going to happen here? We take a tie, 1-1 on the first game of the season. Not a great way to start things out, but it is showing that we can contend still. I just don't want the same thing that happened last time we won Serie A, where we ended up 15th. And I think this is it. I don't have any other transfers happening, so unfortunately I think this is Marich leaving. I knew I should have made his release clause a little bit higher, but Bournemouth has paid $200 million to take Marich from us. Yeah, I definitely made his release clause too low. Marich is gone. Obviously we have Hobbs, but we're going to need to go look for a much higher rated center mid to start for our team. Alright, we have gone out and signed our new center mid. I'm excited for him, but I'm really sad Marich is gone. He was doing great for our club. That being said, we have brought in a fantastic both prospect and starting 11 player for the team. He's 1 rating lower than Marich, but at 23 years old, Warren Zaire-Emery comes into the club from Liverpool for $160 million. Which still means we have some money left over if we really need to sign some backups, but we've got Warren Zaire-Emery in here, and I am excited to have him starting in this team. Here on deadline day, this is how the team is looking. Zaire-Emery goes straight in there. We're hoping Hobbs gets some really good growth this year, but thankfully we have 84 Ali, who has been making some good substitution plays for us off the bench. Castro is already going to be a fantastic goalkeeper, and if he gets high enough rated, he may start halfway through the season. Torres, still a great backup there with Kubarsi as our second backup. Leonard, 89 rated already, and I think he's close to 90. I'm really liking the way this team is looking. Blondell and Robert are going to be some great backup wingers for us as well, and hopefully starting 11 wingers here soon. But the only question is now, can we make it through the Champions League? Can we do well in the Serie A? And what is this team going to look like come January? So I will see you guys there, and wish us luck. Before we do that though, let's look ahead at our Champions League fixtures. We have our first game is against Bayern Munich away. Then we face Braga, and shortly after we face Stade Rennais. Arsenal and Athletic Club Bilbao are also in our group, and Sevilla, I believe that is our last game away. Never mind, we also have to play Sparta, is that Red Star Belgrade or Slavia Praha, and PSV. And that same month, that month of January is going to be very busy. Napoli for the Super Cup, is that the Super Cup final? It may be. Inter Milan, and 2 Champions League games all in January. This is going to be a tough season, but let's just make it to this date, January 1st, hopefully alive. That's the goal here. And this here is our first look at the whole Champions League promo, I guess. I mean, we've been here before, but we need to do much better this time around. Alright, we're here on the first Champions League match day of this season. Gomez already up to a 91, Savinho up to a 90. I'm liking this growth. We're only a couple games in. What's going to happen here against Bayern Munich on the first match day of the Champions League? We do take a loss here. Somerville gets 2 goals against us. Rico Lewis is our goal scorer. That wasn't necessarily what we were hoping to see in this first match day, and I pray to God the next ones go better. Second match day here in the Champions League. Harder is up to a 94 already. Cherokee up to an 88. This is the team we were rocking in the Champions League against SC Braga. Can we win our second game in the Champions League? We do. 2-0 win. Torres and Zaire-Emery coming in to finish it off. We will gladly take a win in our second match day. Here we are against Stade Rennais, match day 3 of the Champions League. We have finally seen Zaire-Emery grow by 1. We're yet to see any growth on our defense so far this season, which I'm very, very concerned about. That being said, game number 3 of the Champions League against Stade Rennais. Where is this going to go? It goes their direction. We lose 2-0 to Stade Rennais. Champions League is just not going our way this year. This cutscene just popped out of nowhere. I wasn't ready for this, but we're here, and Conrad Harder has won the Ballon d'Or. Sorry for the crazy random intro there, but I was not expecting this, not at all. Conrad Harder, our striker, has won the Ballon d'Or in season number 5. Was not expecting this at all. Wow, congratulations to him. He's only 24 years old, so who knows, if we have to keep going, he may win some more. But we have won the Ballon d'Or in season number 5. We can't lose the Champions League with a Ballon d'Or striker, right? We can't. And that being said, let's move swiftly into our game against Mr. Arsenal here. Let's jump into it here. Harder, 94 rated. Our center back is upgraded to 87. Lewis up to an 87 as well. Bravo is seeing no growth this year, which is very concerning. Savinho up to a 91. Can we survive against Arsenal is the question. We just won the Ballon d'Or. Can we score some goals? We tie Arsenal. Our Ballon d'Or winner does not score, but we will take a tie with how bad the season has been so far. We needed that. We definitely needed a point. We are struggling. I'm pretty sure I saw we might be in 21st place in the Champions League, which is still a good spot for the playoffs, but I'd rather secure some playoff football for us. So we got a solid team here. Ali up to an 85. I'm excited about that, but I'm worried about the Champions League. I would love to win it this season. This has been a long road. Can we win here? We do get a win. Harder with a brace. I'm glad I didn't put in Leonard, and Savinho with a goal. Fantastic way to get through that game, and just a little bit closer to confirming our playoff spot. Match day number 6 here in the Champions League against Sevilla. We're playing a lot of Spanish teams, and I really hope that we can get another win here. I'm liking the growth, and I'm really hoping that Harder can just keep it going. Ballon d'Or winner. Can he do it against Sevilla? 2-2 draw. It does get us a point, but I'm worried about where that leaves us in the standings. Angel Gomez missing another goal. Is that a penalty miss? What is going on with all of these players, high-rated players, missing in big games? All right, we have made it to the 1st of January, and it looks like Savinho is our shining star this year so far. 15 goals and 2 assists, but Harder right behind, 13-1 in 23 games. It looks like Leonard has been taking the limelight a little bit there. Leonard with 9 goals in 5 games. Seems like he deserves it, however. Other than sales, I don't think there's any signings I need to make this window. Well, I guess we'll find out here. Let's go double check and see where we're at in the league. And we are 1st place in the league again. I really just need to move my face cam for the next series of manager career mode, but we are only up by 2 over Inter Milan. That being said, 14 wins, 3 draws, and only 1 loss so far. We're having a pretty good season. We have the best goal differential as well, which is very good for us. We will gladly take that. Where are we looking in the Champions League? Okay, in the Champions League, we are currently 21st, just below Stade Rennais, which I think we lost to them, unfortunately. I don't know where the qualification lineup cuts off, but I think we're close to it, sadly. I really don't want to get cut out of the Champions League this season. Bayern with a flawless year. Sevilla, Napoli, and Juve with a flawless year as well so far. And a lot of teams with just 1 loss. We are definitely struggling down there with 2 draws, 2 wins, 2 losses. We need to make the best and the most out of these last 2 games. We play Slavia Praha as well as PSV. Now, where is PSV and Praha sitting? Praha's in 30th, PSV in 34th. We very well could move on to the next round in the Champions League, and I really hope we do. We'll see if we get any sales or any transfers. The real only things that I'm considering this season so far is the fact that Leonard has struggled to get game time, and when he is, it looks like he's getting game time over Harder. It's hard to have 2 top tier strikers, so we may need to let go of one or the other, and I don't know if I want to let go of a 24-year-old Ballon d'Or winner. I think we're going to have to hold on to Harder and let Leonard part ways. That may happen. If that does, we will be looking for some upgrades, most likely in the defense. Otherwise, we'll find out what happens during this transfer window, and I will see you guys at the end. And like I said, we had a bit of a struggle dealing with both Leonard and Harder on the same team. I would have loved to keep Leonard for the future, but truthfully, we're hitting prime time and we need to win Champions League, and I can't be doing that with a striker like this just sitting on the bench. Unfortunately, William Leonard is leaving for Sporting for 190.7 mil. Thank you for your time, Leonard, but you are gone. We're playing Slavia Praha, who has yet to win. Maybe they've won one game. I think PSV is yet to win. So we've got two very, very simple games that we need to take advantage of. We need to win these games. The question is, can we do it? Let's find out. We win the first one. Harder with a brace. That's exactly what we needed from our Ballon d'Or winner. It all comes down to the last game against PSV. Where's it going to end up? Ethan Mbappe had just come back from his loan move at Benfica, but we are sending him straight back out to Arsenal. If he can come back and be a very, very star player, it might be worth it to bring him in full time. But for now, let's let him get some more growth. A win here, I think, secures us into the playoffs. Definitely not into the top 8, but we need a win. I don't know what a loss does for us. I don't know what a draw does. I just know that we need a win. Can Harder pull it out for us? Let's find out. Conrad, can you do it? A 1-1 draw. Conrad does get a goal, but I don't know if a draw is enough. We're about to find out. Okay, our two center mids, Zaire Emery and Simonson, we're struggling with getting subbed out. So we're going to try and solve that by sending Hobbs on loan for the second half of the season. I can't have our highest rated players getting subbed out for an 82. Let's get him some more growth. Let's bring him back once he's ready to actually play. All right, and I can confirm that we have made it into the next round of the Champions League. We're here on the 1st of February, and we get to play Chelsea as our first game. Not very excited about that, but let's find out how it goes. We are here in our first leg against Chelsea. Looks like Simonson's a little bit upset. Otherwise, the team's looking great. Harder is up to a 95 rating. I don't understand how we can keep losing games, or if we can keep losing games with a 95 rated striker. I need something big here. Can we take the first leg at Stamford Bridge? Can we win against Chelsea? Let's find out. We tie. A tie is okay, but it leaves a lot up for grabs in game number 2. Savinho up to a 92. We have some of the best players in the world on our team. Is it going to translate? Our defense needs some upgrades, I won't lie. This team is looking very, very front heavy. Is it going to translate into our game against Chelsea in the Champions League? I really, really need a Champions League win here. Can we make it happen? We take it at home. Harder with 2 goals in extra time. He scores in the 88th minute to send us there. And we beat Chelsea to move on to the next round of the Champions League. Weight off my shoulders, but we got plenty of work to do. Well, this is not who we wanted to face in the Champions League. Not even close. Simonson up to a 93 is great to see. We are coming against Real Madrid in the Champions League. We have 2 legs. Anything could happen here, but they still have, I took a quick look at the team. They still have Mbappe, they have Vinny, they have Bellingham. They've got a fantastic squad. And the question is, have we done enough to beat Real Madrid in the Champions League? 1-1 tie. Harder keeps us in. Bellingham scores for them in the 14th minute too. Really not a horrible game for us, but we need something much better in the second round. It is 1-1. We are here in the second leg, and unfortunately the second leg is in Spain. Real Madrid has that home field advantage. Will we stay alive in the Champions League? I am very scared for what this might turn into. Is this going to mean another season trying to get this Champions League? Let's find out. It is not. We take down Real Madrid 2-1. Savinho and Harder carrying us to a win against a stacked Real Madrid side. We carried possession. We carried shots as well. What a game. Oh my lord, that was a weight lifted off my shoulders. And we have made it to the next round of the Champions League. Okay, looking around, it looks like Barcelona moves on with us. Stade Rennais moves on. Leipzig moves on. Leverkusen beats Napoli 7-5 on aggregate. Man City beats Dortmund 6-5 on aggregate. Bayern Munich beats Nice 5-3. And Liverpool moves on as well. There are some massive, massive teams in this next round. We either need to get lucky or we just need to keep on winning. We were drawn against, after just beating Real Madrid, we've been drawn against Barcelona. We're playing at home for the first leg. I'm not too fond of that. We're here against Barcelona. Our goalkeeper is up to 89 rated, which is fantastic growth from him this season. But is it enough to hold off Barcelona. If you've seen Barcelona in career mode, you know that their team is always crazy. Is it going to be enough? Let's find out. 2-1, we take the lead heading to Barcelona. We'll gladly take that, but we've got to hold off in the second leg. We've got to hold off Barcelona. We've taken the first leg. Oh, Lord, the question is, again, is it enough? Can we take down Barcelona with a team like this? This team is crazy. Other than Bravo and Lewis, honestly, I love every single player on this team. Is it going to be enough? That's all I'm asking. I would love to win the Champions League this season. Can we make it one step closer to that dream? Please. 1-1 draw. We go on. Harder keeps us in it, and we move on to the next round of the Champions League. I don't know if we're at the finals yet, but we've got to be close. And we've had a rough go. We started off with Chelsea, moved straight into Real Madrid, then into Barcelona, and now we face Bayern in the semifinals. And we keep starting off at home, and I don't necessarily enjoy that. That being said, our goalkeeper is up to an 89. Branthwaite is up to a 91. Every game in the Champions League has stressed me out. Hopefully we can make the second game not as stressful. If we can win the first one, 2-0 win, Harder with a goal, Simonson with a goal. I just changed him to Playmaker++, and that seems to be helping. 2-0 up on Bayern Munich. Let's get into the second leg. I'm excited now. Bayern Munich, 2-0 up. We are at the Sanderson Park. It gets stressful every time. I know we have a 2-0 lead, but it is stressful every time. This is to go into the final against whoever it may be. I think it's between Leverkusen and Liverpool, potentially. I don't know, but what I do know is we need to win this game regardless. Can we do it here? 1-1, that's exactly what we needed. Of course, a win would have been better, but Bayern played their hearts out for that, and we make it to the final of the Champions League. This could be the season, and I was right. It was between Leverkusen and Liverpool. Close game, but Liverpool edge it out, so we will be facing Liverpool in the final of the Champions League. All right, we are here for the Champions League final, and I just wanted to show you that we have, let me move my face cam, we have the team of the season out, and we have plenty of players among it. Lewis is there, Cherokee is there, Simonson is there, DeLu is there, and Angel Gomez is there in the team of the season. Looks like Vlahovic wins the player of the season. Not a bad year overall for us. Let's take a look around the grounds. And see where everything ended up. Harder came back in the second half of the season. 44 goals and 4 assists in 17 clean sheets. Savinho with 29 and 10. Gomez with 16 and 15. Cherokee with 14, 16. Simonson 11 and 10. Zaire-Emery 7 and 8. Blondell 7 and 2 off the bench. Robert 5 and 6 off the bench. What a year. Hobbs up 2 on his loan to Bergamo Calcio. Ali up to an 86. This team has seen some growth. Branthwaite to the 90 and Castro to a 91 for Branthwaite. Was it enough in the league? That's a big question because we know we made it to a Champions League final, but how did the league go? We have once again won Serie A. Let me give you a quick look at the table. 90 points. 90 points on the Serie A table. Wow. 28 wins, 6 draws, only 4 losses the whole year. What a great season from Venezia. That means we're definitely back in the Champions League next year if it doesn't go well this time around. But what a year. Who is getting relegated this year? Because that was the whole point of this, was to not get relegated with Venezia. It's going to be Sassuolo, Cremonese, and Spezia. Not a bad year from us whatsoever. We will gladly take that. Now, how did the rest of the competitions go? We did not win the Super Cup. Napoli seemed to have won that. How did we do? We got knocked out in the semifinals to Napoli on penalties, so unfortunate loss there. We win the Coppa Italia final 6-0 to Roma, so that's our first bit of silverware this season. We will take that and run. Juventus wins the UEFA Super Cup over Atletico Madrid, which is very tough because Atletico Madrid has a crazy team. This is us in the final against Liverpool. We haven't played it yet, but we will very soon. PSG win the Europa League over AC Milan. We will gladly take that. Italian teams losing, other than us. Milan losing is good for us. And Sociedad take the Conference League over Wolves. That just leaves one more competition to be finalized. Who will win the final? Venezia versus Liverpool. Let's find out. Here we are. Final game of the season. This game determines whether or not we have to do this all over again. Harder, 95, Ballon d'Or winner. Savinho, 92. Cherokee, stuck at an 89 for a while, but he's been great. Gomez up to a 92. We got him. Great story from him. We sold him after he carried our team to a win, or to a Serie A title, We sold him for a whole bunch of money and got him back for free. He just wanted to come back. We got him for free initially too. Free, sale, free, and wins all the time with him in our squad. Zaire-Emery has had great growth on our squad, as well as Simonson up to a 93. We have a 93, two 92s, and a 95. Not to mention Branthwaite up to a 91 and Delu up to an 89 in his first season here. Castro up to a 90 in his first season as well. These were two great signings in the summer window. Bravo and Lewis did not get the growth that I needed from them this year. Unfortunately, I don't want to say they're liabilities, but I do want to say that it is going to be a struggle in this Champions League final with players not getting growth like they have. Now on our bench, we've gotten some great growth as well. Blondell, Robert, Torres, and Ali all up to that 85, 86 mark. We have the team, we have the players, we have the talent. The question is it enough for Liverpool? I'm going to simulate this match and watch in real time. If I need to step in, I might. But I want to watch this match in real time for now. Let's see what happens. The game is starting. Liverpool starts with the ball. They're going quick, but we take it back. We are already attacking. The cross goes in. The cross doesn't go in. He holds it. We just keep possession here. We will gladly take that. Ball goes in, and we hit the post, kicking the ball back and forth from Liverpool. We do get a goal. Harder with a goal in the 11th minute for number 11. Harder starting this off for us. Fantastic start. We win it back in an interception. Counterattack is on here. Savino on the wing. He's getting pressed by two, but he keeps the ball, plays it in. We win it back initially. This press is great, and Harder misses over the bar. And we win the ball back in midfield. We play it up. Harder's open. He plays it back in. Harder saved over the bar. The corner comes in. Top of the box. Back into Harder. Harder gets a light injury. We're going to keep him in for now. Very, very unfortunate. Very not good for the final game. This is the biggest final we've played in. Harder and Angel Gomez are playing great football here. Savino on the wing gets knocked out for a corner, I think. We have a penalty with Harder. I trust him. I would jump in, but I trust Harder. Penalty is there. Let's see. And he shoots and he scores. Harder scores a penalty. 2 goals for Harder this game, and he has a light injury, so he is a little bit struggling. But 2-0 against Liverpool. We will take it. We will take it. We will take it. Are there any subs I need to make? Let me double check and make sure everyone's doing all right. Harder is really struggling with that injury. His fitness is down to 70%. I may need to put in Paris Brunner here, and I think I will. I don't think it's worth... It is the last game of the season. It's the final. We got to leave Harder in there. Ballon d'Or winner can't just come out for a little knee scrape. Let's resume. Let's see how this second half goes. We start with the ball. It's okay. Angel Gomez on the ball in midfield. Great start. Rico Lewis needs to win this ball, but instead Branthwaite gets pulled out of position. He is back in position now. Can he get it? They miss. Liverpool missed their shot. Goal kick goes in. 73rd minute. I'm trusting the squad that has done it for us time and time again. Can they do it here? German Bravo on the ball. We do get an interception there. Conrad Harder messes up the pass. 90th minute is over, and we beat Liverpool in the Champions League final 2-0. 7 shots, 5 real chances there. Conrad Harder with a brace. What it seemed. We're doing the post-match interview for sure here. Wow. Venezia beats Liverpool to win the Champions League final. We have finally done it. We have won the Champions League. And do we get the cutscene? Well, we're going to do the post-match interview first, and then we might get our cutscene. We get the cutscene. Here we are. Venezia has done it. We've not only won the league, we've won it twice. We've won the Coppa Italia, and we have now won the Champions League. The domestic treble is here with Conrad Harder, our main man through it all. What a season. What a rebuild this has been. Venezia wants to be relegated. Now champions of the world, champions of Italy, champions. They're just champions. Conrad Harder better get a fantastic pay raise for this. I'm not going to be the one giving it to him because this manager is out. But Conrad Harder, what a team. What a player. What a rebuild. That was absolutely fantastic. We've won everything. Conrad Harder, 14 goals this season, in the Champions League. He's injured and unavailable. He did not bode well in that game. We get 20 million from the Champions League. Harder is out for 4 weeks. 100 million from Serie A. What a rebuild. Now, I'm going to do one more thing that's going to be pretty interesting for this next bit, but we have won the Champions League. Stay tuned for this last little section, though. Whoa. What? Huh? You might be wondering why we're back. We just won the Champions League. That's the video over, right? No. No, it's not. Because you might gauge success on how many trophies we won, where we placed in the league. Did we win the Champions League? No. I based it off money. I based it off profit. And we gotta send Venezia out into the world the way that we found it. Horrible and with nothing. We are going to sell this entire club. And we're going to make sure these players have somewhere to go before we leave them as our managers. So, let's find out where these players are going. Saul Torres leaving for Liverpool. The team that we just beat, they want our players 101 million for Saul Torres, and he's gone. Mahmoud Ali, our prospect cam, is leaving for Arsenal to pair up with Ethan Mbappe for a pretty good chunk of change. He is gone. Jorge Medina, our backup left back, is leaving for Dortmund for $83.6 million. Next up on the list, our backup striker prospect, Edgar Hardy, leaving for Bergamo Calcio. He's going to stay in Italy, 84 rated, 20 years old. Excited for him to continue his journey. Christophe Blondel, the right winger, leaves for Juventus, again staying in Italy. He's got a fantastic career ahead of him. Our fantastic goalkeeper is getting his chance at Bayer Leverkusen. He's going to Germany. Good luck, King. Jared Branthwaite, our captain, staying in Italy, going to Inter Milan. I hope you can win the league there too. Sam DeLu, our center back, who carried us to a final, had some great growth under us, is going to stay in Italy as well. Very, very interesting to see this guy leave. He was great for us. He was our star boy for sure. Ryan Cherokee going to Chelsea for 172 million. He's going to play in England and he's going to have a ball. And here we see our other best player, one of our best players. We had way too many to count. But Savinho is leaving for Brighton, back to the Premier League, 221 million. Where did Brighton get this money? Anyways, he is sold to England. And going to England with him, Warren Zaire-Emery, leaving for just shy of 200 million, pairing up at Liverpool. And here he goes, the man that had no growth in this season, but we still won the Champions League with him regardless. Rico Lewis is staying in Italy at AC Milan. They gave us a run for our money last year, and hopefully he can continue growing with them. German Bravo is staying in Italy, hoping for some great growth from him as well. Good luck. Big departure here as we see Angel Gomez, the man who came in for free, left for big money, came in for free again, and is leaving for even more money. 200 million as Angel Gomez goes to AC Milan to pair up with Rico Lewis. Good luck. Big departure here as we watch the kid who conquered the world leave Venezia. Christopher Simonson leaving for 212 million to Wolves. 93 rated. The Premier League better enjoy you. Nicholas Robert, Wonder Kid, Wonder Boy, leaving for Napoli. He's staying in Italy. Cut price deal I gave him. He's going to do great things. Great things, Nicholas Robert. And the hardest transfer to watch. I don't mean that as a joke. That being said, the pun was fully intended. Conrad Harder is leaving Venezia. I'm going to let this play out, because watching him leave means that the Venezia rebuild is officially over. 95 rated at the end. He won the Ballon d'Or. He won the Champions League. He scored a brace in the final, including a penalty while being injured. Conrad Harder, we thank you for your service to Venezia, and we appreciate everything that you have brought to the game, the beautiful game. Conrad Harder leaves to go to Atletico Madrid. I know what you're thinking. Him and Theodore Adam are about to tear it up, and I hope they do. Conrad Harder is gone. Thank you, and good luck. And with that, there's only two more things to see. One, does Venezia's new team win the Super Cup against PSG? And two, are they in good hands? They lose the Super Cup to PSG. I could have told you that. However, I'm going to simulate the whole season, not even skipping a single thing, or stopping for a single thing. And we're going to find out how good of hands they're really in. Not exactly what I was expecting, but our contract at Venezia was instead terminated. I don't think we get to even see the rest of the season at this point. Instead, they're going to ask us what team we're going to go manage next. So, instead of seeing where Venezia ended up, we're going to see what team we're managing next. And we are taking over at Como. Wow. Not what I expected in the slightest, but that was the end of the season. They got knocked out of the Champions League. They got knocked out of the, I think, the Cup. They got knocked out of everything, and they probably finished mid-table. But Venezia is back to their former glory, and we are apparently a new manager at Como. Let me know if you want to see me actually manage at Como in a new career mode. That being said, I appreciate you guys for watching. This was a fantastic journey. Thank you so much again.